Welcome back to another awesome video.
We just got a new 65-inch Sony Bravia 7 TV from Costco. Today we're going to go over 10 things
that you didn't know about the new Sony Bravia TV.
So we're going to spend about 30 seconds on each fact here, so it should be a quick way to learn if you're considering a Bravia. So
let's go.
Let's go.
Number one, it's customizable for a smart home.
This TV has an API. You know what that is?
Nope.
It's an application programming interface, which means it can be controlled by other external programs. Here you see I've used the security camera software to tell the TV to show an on-screen image when motion is detected. And this is full motion video live. Sony's REST API will let you control some basic functions like inputs and power and volume, but you can also install additional Android applications. To make this work, I installed an app called TV Overlay. TV Overlay lets you put text and pictures or video on top of whatever is on screen. After working out the many available options, I simply entered it into my Blue Iris security software, and it works. I get a video stream from my security camera when motion is detected.
Number two, it's a TV Bro.
Yes, TV Bro. Now this TV uses Google TV. Despite Google being a browser company, this surprisingly does not include a web browser app. But not a problem thanks to a free app you can install called TV Bro. TV Bro allows me to display my home security cameras live on the screen. I can look at different sites, Amazon or whatever. Now I can use the remote as a mouse and click into text fields, and I can type with the remote or voice, but it also recognized our Logitech multimedia keyboard, which is kind of cool. So yeah, I plugged the Logitech wireless receiver into one of the USB ports on the back, and I can sort of get the keyboard to work. So here I am browsing on Amazon. I was able to type the search, and I can use the mouse and click on stuff, but I can't scroll back up. I have to use the remote for that, and I can kind of scroll back up.
Number three, the remote is rechargeable.
The remote on this thing looks pretty basic, but looks can be deceiving. The keys are backlit, and it automatically lights up when you pick up the remote off a table. It's also radio based, so it does not require line of sight, and it has a built-in microphone if you want to use voice search. The one thing I have mixed feelings about on this remote is the rechargeable battery. You know, the rechargeable battery is a good thing because you don't have to remember to buy batteries and search through drawers looking for batteries when your remote dies. But it's a bad thing because you have to remember to charge it. Now here it is compared to the Roku remote. I actually think the Roku remote feels a little bit more sturdy. The keys on the Sony seem kind of, I don't know, tiny. And anyway, so far we've owned the TV for what, like a couple of weeks, 2 or 3 weeks?
Yeah, something like that.
And we've had to recharge it once.
Number four, the phone app has a touchpad.
While you're waiting on the remote to recharge, you can whip out your phone and launch the Bravia Connect app, which is the same app used by a bunch of Sony devices. It's all-encompassing, and it doesn't duplicate the keys of the remote exactly, but instead uses a touchpad type thing. In my opinion, the Roku remote app does a better job because it makes the experience similar and also enhances it by doing things like displaying a keypad on the phone when you're in a text field, and this one does not.
Number five, an optical adapter is included.
So finding this thing included in the box was a really pleasant surprise. This is an adapter which lets you connect a standard fiber optic cable. Maybe you've got an older cable from an old soundbar, older receiver. You can hook that right up to the TV. So if you don't have the latest equipment with this thing, you can still make it sound good. And yeah, the digital audio output sounds better than the built-in speakers when using an external receiver.
Number six, Google TV tried to out Roku the Roku.
Both Google and Roku offer a global search, but neither one of them really does it well because they don't search every app. Let's take an example. Say we want to watch 310 to Yuma, which is on Paramount Plus, by which we're subscribed. Just search for 310 and hit search. That's fine. Oh, no, that's bad. Now, never mind. You have to search for 310 too. So 310 doesn't find it. Try 310 space 2 and search for that. And keep in mind, Google is the search company here. But we need to put the colon in there. All right. We got go down. All right, there's our movies. 310. Notice it didn't find it on Paramount Plus, but go ahead and click there. Click on the movie. So it's going to take us down a path where it's going to want us to buy it or whatever. But go back to the home screen and we can go to Paramount Plus. Here we own 310 to Yuma, so we can just watch it. Now, Roku is integrated with Paramount Plus, so it does find it from the Roku home screen. So it's a better experience. However, that's not universal because Google will find stuff, however, on other services like YouTube Movies that Roku will not. Google TV does try to out-Roku the Roku with their global capabilities in that they provide something on the home screen called Continue Watching. We started watching a show on Apple TV a couple of days ago, and it's on the home screen, so we can actually kick off that show right from the home screen and resume it, which is nice. But again, it's not integrated with all the apps, so it doesn't work universally, so you're still kind of on your own. Really, the best thing to do in this case would be go to the TV Bro app, go to IMDb, and search for 310 to Yuma on IMDb, and it tells you all the places it's available.
Set number 7. It's easy to push content from the local network.
After plugging the TV into my network, I was able to right-click on a Windows 10 PC and cast to device, and it just automatically showed up. I was able to send it a high-definition file, and then I was able to control the playback of that file from the TV remote. So that just sort of worked.
8. It's easy to pull content from the local network.
I could also install the VLC app, which is the little traffic cone app that's so popular in the PC world. There's an app for Android. Once you install that, you can browse to your local network shares, enter the password, and just play music or videos that way too. That works great.
Number 9. The TV has a lackluster layout.
I guess my family is divided. Some of us prefer Roku, some of us prefer Google TV. Google TV has one long row of icons at the bottom, and you can't customize it. You can't say I want to have larger icons or 3 rows of icons. You can put it into something called apps only mode, but then you lose, some suggestions or whatnot. But I would call this a lackluster layout. They also, Google and Roku, both have some on-screen advertising up front, which you can't control.
Number 10. Bluetooth capability.
These are our earbuds we reviewed earlier. Let's try to pair them with the TV, see if it works. So I found the Soundcore P30Is. Let's try to pair with those. So once we're paired, it looks like it's going to output the audio to that. However, it's also going out over the optical cable to our receiver. So it's going 2 places, and it looks like it's also controllable through the app, through the audio menu. So right now I'm going through your Soundcore. If I turn those off, will it go back to the TV? Yes. The audio system is still, it's interesting the way it redoes that. Is it still coming out the headphones now?
What?
Okay, so it's still going out so I can control the TV speakers independently. That's kind of cool. So if you're listening to a ball game, you could potentially attach some headphones and then just walk outside or something and check on the barbecue and keep listening to that. That's kind of cool. A lot of flexibility here. So far, it's been a good TV. We've had it for about a month. The only negative I've seen is the glossy finish is a little reflective, but we're able to dim the lights in the room, no problem. It's about $1,000 at Costco. Anyway, what do you think of it?
It's pretty good. I like it.
A lot of features. Hope this video has been interesting, but that's about it. And I guess we'll see you next time.
We'll see you next time for another awesome video.
Bye.